it's Rhea, wherever you are and whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. It's been a few weeks since I last posted again, so I am really sorry for that. As much as I wanted to post, I did have a good reason for falling off the face of the earth, and it's pretty much just all work related, just burnout, dying, and stuff, but I don't know, maybe I can get to that in a little bit, but I wanted to go ahead and explain this while it's like at the beginning. You could probably tell based on how this is set up of like this like layout and the items that I'm drawing, and probably by the title as well, I don't know, but I am going to be drawing a spread of favorite things from each month. Initially, I got inspired by I'm a Wonder because I know she does like actual sketch pages of this same concept pretty much, and she usually live streams them, and from time to time I like to watch, and I just think it's like a really fun idea. I think she also got it from another person. Actually, it kind of reminds me of just like bullet journaling in general, but more of like an art take on it, if that makes sense. I don't know if people like, because I don't really bullet journal, but I feel like this is something that somebody might include, or like some kind of version of this of like, oh, this is something that happened in the month that I liked. So yeah, I feel like it's a pretty common thing to do, but the fun part comes into how you decide to go about it. So I'm doing mine digitally and in Procreate just because I like the ability to customize everything and reshape and reorganize it. But yes, so this is the first spread that I did. It is January's favorites. And so the very first one that I'm coloring in, I actually have a picture coming up. It is mochi donuts and this ube, is it ube? Boba? Very tasty, very delicious. It was my first time having mochi donuts actually. It's very lovely. I enjoyed it a lot. And I gotta go back, honestly, it was very tasty. And I also really like the boba too. I love how it comes in like that little can. But yes, so January was that, and I watched Komi-san, and I went shopping, and I got a humidifier and a pillow, and I was also watching Bee and Puppy Cat. Bee and Puppy Cat, very great show. I always wanted to watch it, and it was really iconic. And Komi-san is also very lovely. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an anime called Komi-san Can't Communicate, and it's very cute and precious. Highly recommend watching that as well. I'm constantly watching like a ton of different things all at once, and but I don't often watch new things sometimes, so I'm glad I got out of my comfort zone for that. But yeah, that was January's. Sorry to go so quick. I like these time lapses are slowed down because like the process itself, it's not like I'm drawing something really exquisitely, so it goes by very quick. So yeah, we're moving on to February favorites now, and basically I'm doing these in bulk all the way until April, because we are currently in May, so there's no point in me releasing a video on May's. Also, I wonder if in the future it might be easier to continue doing it in bulk like this, because it wasn't intentional. I meant to release each of these like on social media somewhere, like after each month had finished, because that's kind of how you're supposed to do it, but I've just been like, hey, I am just now getting around to this, but better late than never. There's no time limit on it really. Like I said, it can be your own, you can go at your own pace, and I highly recommend that. But yeah, I guess I'm doing mine in bulk. So yeah, February, obviously I'm gonna think of pink and red aesthetic, and hearts, that's just a given. I kind of love the lovecore aesthetic, or whatever you want to call it, when it comes to February. And yeah, the beginning of the year, I feel like it just goes by so fast, but in general, the year goes by fast, you know? So yeah, I don't know. It's like still cold, and I kind of prefer colder weather, so I enjoy it. Also, so my items, yes, I just showed a picture of a bee plush. I love that bee plush so much. It's so cute. I think I got it from H&M. it just looks so adorable. And then I also have a Logitech, not sponsored, Logitech wireless headset, because I really needed a new headset. And then, yeah, it's wireless, so it's pretty nice to walk around the room while listening to stuff. And then I got a new work bag. And then I went to a lovely crepe cafe. There's pictures of my order. I actually got 2 crepes. I got one while I was there, and then one whenever I left. But I finally got to draw at a cafe, and it was a very nice experience. I should really do it more, but I'm shy. I don't know, drawing in public makes me so nervous. And lastly, at the bottom left, we have Alice in Borderland, which my friend got me into, and it's been very riveting. I enjoy it a lot. We actually, I think, are gonna watch the rest of season 2 this weekend, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. I'll probably cry or die. It'll be a great time, so. But yeah, that was February's favorites. Pretty nice time. I feel like I'm going like super fast. I'm so sorry. I hope like it's not super overwhelming for you guys. But moving on to March. When I think of March, obviously I think of green. Just like, I don't know. Everyone thinks of green, right? Because of St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I mean, in general, I always associate the months with some kind of color, just like I associate like grade school classes with a color, and so on and so on. I don't know, my brain just does that. I'm sure other people do it too though, right? Because we always have those arguments of like, oh, math is yellow, language arts is blue, or something like that. Okay, anyway. So yeah, when I think of March, I think of green, and for the little like accent shape that I used that went around like the text, which I started doing I think whenever I did February's, because I put hearts. This month I ended up doing a clover. Very typical, I know. Honestly, like, I know I could be a lot more creative with these things, and part of me wants to, but another part of me, like, I'm not sure if I have the energy to spend on that kind of thing, so that's why everything looks so like subpar, just doodles, to be honest, because like some people like go really out of their way on this and it looks super like elaborate and pretty and majestic, but I didn't have the energy whenever I did these spreads. And it's also probably because I was trying to like catch up to the other spreads that I didn't that I meant to get around to. But March was a fun month overall. I feel like it was pretty chill, and yeah, it's fun to like look back on like all that happened. I think that's like the fun part about doing these, like, not to get, I guess, dark or too honest or raw, but as someone who has dealt with depression and probably deals with it off and on, I feel like one thing that helps is looking back on things that I feel like were really good, because sometimes you don't always really remember that. So doing stuff like this, taking time to like look back and talk about the things that I liked, the things that I really enjoyed, even if they're small, it just feels really good, because it's like, oh yeah, you know, life can be pretty like nice sometimes. So that's another reason why I advocate for doing this. It's like a fun little like look back of positivity and stuff like that. And to explain my favorites, so in the top left, it is my lunch wrap, my furoshiki. Here's a photo of it. It's a lot cuter in person than how I drew it, but that's pretty much this whole spread. And then of course there are the Hypnosis Mic mochikoros that I bought, and I'm in love with them. They're everything to me. And then, oh, in the bottom left, I'm about to show a picture of it, that's why I'm going to it, but it's a photo of me at the museum, and we are actually gonna see the first ever vlog footage on this channel in a little bit. But before that, let me finish the rest of these. So in the middle are Mary Jane shoes that I bought, and I am in love with them. I think I really like Mary Jane shoes, but I love these especially because they're so simple, but they're like platform, so I love platform shoes. I don't know, they're just everything. And then last but not least, Oikawa in the bottom right corner, because I've been rewatching Haikyuu, and I love Oikawa. I don't know what to tell you. I love Haikyuu just in general. It's always so, it's really like my comfort anime. Like, I just feel so homey whenever I watch it. I also cry uncontrollably, like pretty much the whole time, so it's a great experience. Why am I crying? I don't know. Anyways, we are now moving to vlog footage, which, like I said, it's a new thing. I don't really do this. Basically, in March, I went to the art museum with my friend, and she works there, so she kind of has like a general idea of like how everything goes, and it's very convenient, I gotta say. It was like very helpful to know like, oh, okay, this is what it's like here, and this and that. And the exhibits were lovely. So the one with like all the pretty lights is the Pipilati wrist one, and it's funny because I actually studied her in video arts, so it's interesting to like see another one of her installations like in person. And then, of course, the other one with lights that I'm about to show in a bit is the Infinity Mirrors, I'm pretty sure, by Yayoi Kusama. It's a very popular exhibit, and it's in multiple museums, but it was very fun to go see. It was like such a short period of time. I think we could be there for 2 minutes, but it was very lovely. Just overall, I had a great time that day, and yeah. Here also is just like a random Kinokuniya haul that I did because I actually went to the store, but I went here at the very beginning of April. So yeah, I took a trip with my friend to go there because it's the closest Kinokuniya that I have to me. It's basically like a Japanese bookstore, so you get lots of fun stationery items, and I lose my mind every time. I don't want to talk about how much I spent because I am insane. Like, I need to not be in stationery stores. But anyways, yeah, so I got like some items. You can see there's like this, I believe that journal book thing was for like writing horizontally, practicing kanji, katakana, stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm just showing different stationery items here and there. I don't know if this is like interesting to you guys. I just figured it might be fun to share, but sometimes I get nervous on that kind of thing because I feel like people might just be like, this is so irrelevant. Girl, what does this have to do with anything? But I don't know. I go back and forth. So yeah, and then I got washi tapes. I think I showed the Kuretake watercolors earlier. I still have not tried any of the watercolors I've bought in like the past 2 months, and I hate myself for it, but at the same time I hardly have time for anything, so I'm trying to make a compromise. I really hope I can get to it soon and incorporate that into videos because I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, lots of like, if you're a person who loves any kind of stationery, like Kinokuniya is like a haven for that kind of thing. Like, I just fall victim every time. I think I can cut myself some slack though, because growing up, it's not like we really had the money for me getting things like this. Like, I'm the kind of person that I'd get like one Copic marker like a month, and that was with a coupon, you know? So being older and working full-time, making my own money, it definitely makes me like feel a lot more inclined to spend. But I'm trying to pull back on that because budgeting is important too. And then just in general, I feel like I would really like to make sure that I'm using all these supplies and things like that. Oh, hi, there's D-Luke. I think this is like the nerd part, right? So here's some of the here's like the manga content and stuff because it's Japanese bookstore, so of course they have that. So I got a Black Butler art book. Yeah. I'm not going to show the full thing, but here's just some pages. It's exciting. I'm really hoping that I get to see lots of iconic art of The Undertaker, just like here. So this book my friend actually got me from the New York Kinokuniya, but yeah, those two. Here is the segment in which you guys see that I have a hypnosis mic obsession problem. Literally, who let me get all these books? Like, I can't even fully read them yet. I just like looking at them because it's just pretty. But yeah, I have an issue. And shout out to my friend who picked all these up from Kinokuniya in New York for me. She's literally like my dealer, and she doesn't even know anything about that franchise, so it's great. Also, I got the second Blue Period book, so I hope to read that soon as well. Lots of exciting things. I feel like this entire video has gone so fast. Wow, okay. Anyways, this is the last spread. It is for April, even though it doesn't show it at the top. I guess I forgot to draw that in, but yes, this is the last month for now, and I don't know, I'll see. You guys can let me know how you feel about this kind of thing. A time lapse was the only thing that made sense to me because I'm not really going like super out of my way to make these ornate. I might see if I can try to do that for this month, like whenever I get around to May favorites, I can see like, oh, what did I, you know, like how can I make this more like pretty and aesthetic? But a part of me kind of doesn't even want to do that because all these others have been so like derpy and more like laid back. And I kind of like the fact that it's just like a doodle style for now because I don't really need to get over invested into this, you know? I feel like it might be fun to just keep it as something like simplified and cute. Okay, and now I'm going to show a plethora of photos. I will say if food is a trigger warning for you, then please beware because I like showing the good eats, you know? So first up, the flowers that I've drawn in the spread. I bought flowers in April because it makes me happy. And there's a Rilakuma plush that I love now. And then look what I got in the Haikyuu blind box. Oh, amazing. And then yes, food, tasty, yum 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 yum. Ramen and takoyaki, and then that was from, the last two were from a Thai restaurant that I went to with my friend whenever we went to Kinokuniya, because it's like a whole like shopping center there, so it's a really fun time. So yes, April favorites. Top left, taiyaki. Sadly didn't get a picture of it, but you saw the flowers and the Rilakuma plush. And then I got a new bag. It's really cute, so I'm hoping it works out well. And then lastly, I've been rewatching Shigochara. I did finish it, but it's just, it was a really great time. So yes, and also not to rush, but this is indeed the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Yeah, if you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etherian, and I like making art and art-related content on my channel. I try to post weekly videos, but if you would like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description and also at the end of the video. Till next time, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your day and week and month. Wish you the best. Take care.